Welcome to the Thursday Night 9, your weekly hangout with the Amateur Players Tour. Join hosts Matt Mender and Matt Fegley as they dive into recaps, rules, and what's coming up next across the tour. It's by the players, for the players, and it all starts right now, live on the Thursday Night 9.
What's going on, Fegley? How are you doing? Welcome to Thursday Night 9, the North American Championship Registration Edition. You got your invite. Mine's still at my house. I'm on the road, but that's what it looks like. Those don't matter because it's over now. It's open season, and we did have an award we were going to give to the last person in on the exemption. That changed. I just looked. Dave Davidson literally registered for the North American Championship 16 seconds before it opened to everyone else, which leaves us at 33 spots for the North American Championship. We got about 50 for the senior, so we'll see how they fill. But Dave Davidson, congratulations, man. Literally, I checked the timestamp 16 seconds before it opened to everybody. No time like the present, right?
Exactly. Well, we were talking about it because there were definitely quite a few names missing as of yesterday that were like, dude, you do know it's going to fill, right? Like,
right.
So good to see those well-earned exemptions get filled and, and that. In fact, I just got a text message from Troy. So he probably had a comment about Dave as well. So
it's pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
Anyhow. Exactly. So no, that's good.
But
it's good to see. And it's going to be fun. To preface that, to make sure that everybody knows, there is an approval process. So I'm going to be going through everybody as they sign up. It will get done in order, but you might get an email from me that's going to be like, hey, I need you to play a couple rounds. I show you're signed up. You need to make sure you finish those. If you have a problem, let me know. Like, we just got to make sure that everything's on the up and up for everybody in the event. So don't get upset if you're not immediately, approved in. You are in a pecking order, so to speak. So it'll get processed. So
correct. Yeah. So don't worry about that. We'll get those going. Will be fun to see how it goes tonight. It is now live. I'm double checking everything just to make sure.
I just saw a couple emails pop up that are like, hey, wait, can I sign up? Gotta love it.
Sign up. I'm looking right now. You can register. Start date. Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
So making sure, didn't put the wrong year. There's all kinds of things you can do on these things that make it interesting. So,
troubleshooting on the road, baby.
Hey, I'm here on the road to French Lick. I'll be honest, this is the first year I haven't really done any of the TIP pages, and so, and really Chris hasn't done a lot of them either. A lot of it's the Chris Van Spankren. So, we'll blame him if it's goofy. But I'm sitting here in Jasper, Indiana. There's a little downtown with a German Heritage Fest this weekend right next to the hotel. So, have some schnitzel, hanging out. It's not a bad spot to spend the night for those that want to come in early to French Lick. Pretty cool little town, little river walk down here. So we're hanging out. Nice. French Lick this weekend. We can talk about that. 128 players sold out. 2 fantastic golf courses. Mm-hmm. So we're looking forward to all of that. And just so you know, it is now open because I just saw 12 registrations since I just hit refresh. 12? So it took just a minute for people to figure it out. So there you go. Oh, well, you're going. Well, there it goes. Oh, there's 17.
Yep.
Let's refresh again. There's 19. I'd recommend registering now if you want to be in the first. Don't get me wrong, there'll be a few people to cancel. So if you get in tonight, should be good. Hopefully, won't crash the servers.
Exactly.
You never know. Could happen. But anyways, it's been fun. So French Lick, a couple more days to sign up for Bears Best, the final major of the year in Atlanta. That's going to be a great time. And you know what? I'll be honest, that place has really grown on me the last couple of years. There are some great par threes. Have you ever been down there?
I have not. I was
Jack's signature place. Whew.
I was actually looking at it. I was going over the holes with Tim Harbin the other day, and I was like, oh, there's some interesting ones that are from, not necessarily the most famous places in the world, but
Right.
definitely an
Well,
interesting
there's
collection.
number. I will tell you that their replica hole there of number 12 at Augusta,
Good.
number 5, is quite very much more scary than probably the real one because it sits on this slope like this. So it's like an elevated shot over this
Exactly.
bean, and you're like, "Oh, this is not good." So it'll be fun, but I've still got a few spots available for that for those that want to play in that last major, so that'll be fun. But jumping in, we've got some fun tonight. We got a former National Player of the Year in the waiting room to come in. He's also the winner of the PDI Grow Your Game Challenge. We're hearing a little bit about PDI. We've been talking about PDI and how we want to use it as a tour forever.
Yep.
Talking about different ways to measure players' talent to make sure they're in the right division. But we're going to get to hear tonight from somebody who's been using it to improve and have seen some results. And so I'm excited to bring my good friend Pat Ryan on. This is going to be, honestly, the third time we're going to take this interview. So it'll be fun because the first 2 times we started taping it and then it cut out with like a minute left to go. So we've done this twice. But let's just go ahead and bring Pat on. I'll let you bring it. You're in too.
All right.
How are you doing, Pat?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Oh, man, we're doing fantastic. We're certainly blessed to be another beautiful weekend to play some golf here in Indiana this weekend. I know you're coming in tomorrow.
Yep.
And so excited about French Lick. But first of all, congrats, man. National
Thanks.
Player of the Year leader in Division 3 right now, about a month to go in the season. So you've been working hard. For those that don't know, you started when I first met you. You were, I'll say, an average Division 4 player. You're probably a 15, 16 when you started APT. 3-4 years ago?
Yeah, it was 16 to 18 handicap when I first started. So
so worked all the way down to 8.6.
Yeah, actually sitting at an 8.5 right now. So I'm like,
you're right on that line.
Borderline there.
That's awesome. So.
Yeah,
So
What's just there for you?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
So it should be a good finish to the season. I'll tell you, if you break it at French Lick on those golf courses and those greens, I'll just take my hat off to you because you got 2 difficult golf courses coming up.
Well, I'm looking for. I'm hoping to get some redemption, and I said that last year. The first year, Pete Dye kind of ate me up, and then last year, Donald Ross ate me up, and I was in the 90s. So I'm looking for some redemption this weekend, hopefully. So looking forward to it.
Right.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm responding to people in the chat right now. By now,
as of right now, if you've signed up, you're okay.
Yeah, we don't know about the system glitch, but we're working through it. So it should be fun. But let's talk a little bit. Obviously, you're the winner of the PDI Grow Your Game Challenge. So what that is you're going to go to Ridgefield, Connecticut to Golf Performance Center, parent company of PDI, and get $2,500 for custom clubs. You can just see their facility.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. Why don't you talk a little bit about your experience doing PDI the last couple months?
So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to that. Actually heading up there September 2nd, so right before Labor Day, which will be good. See their facility and meet with the guys. But the PDI, I went through and did my first assessment, and I was surprised by it. It's actually, there's some physical challenges there. Can't tell you the last time I did a standing broad jump. It wasn't pretty. The very first one I did, the son-in-law was here watching it, and he was just like, "Come on, that's the best you can do." But so yeah, I went through some of those things, and then really the 9-ball flight. That's what really kind of opened my eyes and started working on some things. Is I can do that high fade, no problem, but I cannot do a high draw worth of crap. So, went through and started working on some of their assignments, going through that and really spending the time to do it with an honest assessment, honest on the assignments. Went through, I think it was 54 was my first score, and I got up to 60, a couple in, and then I did one earlier this week as well and got up to 62. So, and some of that is coming from the exercises that are in there and actually some of the drills. And then finally got down, I got a draw. Can't tell you if it's going to be a high draw, mid draw, or low draw, but
It was at least going left.
it's going left. So,
There you go.
you know, you never know when you're going to need those shots in, you know, it's whether it's the nine ball flight or the putting. I would say utilizing the tools and the assignments in PDI has actually, I've seen improvement over the last 3-4 weeks for sure.
No, absolutely. I think one of the things that's interesting is like there's so many things in golf instruction. Like, you know, we walk down the range at some of our events sometimes or just hear people talking and, you know, they're on the range, they've got the YouTube video out for the latest fad and instruction and which they never work because there's 4,500 different philosophies to swing a golf club. And so putting multiples together usually does not lead to success, which is why improvement can be so hard. But one of the things I love about PDI, and I know we've talked about this a bunch, is you're talking about the 9 ball flights, which is straight out of the PGA teaching manual published in 1963 or whatever it was. And so a lot of these things, they've figured out a really cool way to present it, to help you learn it, to measure it, but they're timeless principles, you know. And then the second thing of PDI of doing the assessment is, you know, great short game shot or great ball striking can't protect you from other parts of your game. And so you're assessed on your putting, you're assessed on your chipping, you're assessed on your ball flights, you're assessed on your driver. And so it's really easy to spot the weaknesses in your game and then come up with a cool plan to get improvement. Why don't you talk a little bit about, you know, Coach Pete and the drills and using the app? What's your experience with that been?
So, you know, going through, I talked about the 9 ball flight, but even the chipping, I think I've always thought I was pretty decent at chipping. And there's a couple of people like Chris Hughey will say, yeah, you got the blue wedges working. But there were some challenges in there that actually, rather than getting my standard distances down, really focusing on where to land the ball. And that really kind of just opened up a different way for me to chip around the green, which has been real nice. And so when you look, you know, going through that exercise and doing those exercises of trying to land it, you know, whether it's 3 yards, 10 yards, 20 yards in your landing area, in a tight circle really makes a difference. So I think that's opened up my game even more. I got my old chipping methods that I feel comfortable with, but I also can come in and start working on, you know, these new ones where I'm landing it in a certain spot.
Nice. Well, I think it's really good. It's been fun to obviously see your handicap started. I think started your 10.5-ish, something like that. So you've
this year, yeah,
declined. Yep.
I've come down a couple this year. I just I've been very consistent, so which is helpful.
No, absolutely. Well, D3, if you're watching, coming to Phoenix North American Championship, this is the guy to beat in points. So right here, Pat Ryan from Myrtle Beach, man, I appreciate you jumping on with us for a few minutes tonight on this fun NAC. Congrats. What are you looking for with your custom clubs credit up in Ridgefield? What are you most looking for out of that appointment?
You know, I'm just kind of excited to go there and go through the whole fitting. I told Eric right now I probably may not switch before the championship, but we'll see what they have, and then I'll probably focus on irons and like some hybrids and stuff like that to get that range there. So it should be good.
Right. Absolutely.
Try the 7 woods and the 9 woods.
Yeah, I would not switch before the championship. That would not be advisable. But it should be a ton of fun, man. We're looking forward to seeing you this weekend, seeing how to do a French lick. And it's a short sprint now between now and the North American Championship. We're what, 50 days away? Something like that?
It's coming up quick. It's
coming.
More events, a couple local finals, and
we'll be off to the races. So
races, yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for jumping on with us. I know you've got some packing to do because you're coming up this way in the morning, and so we'll look forward to seeing you guys and play well this weekend.
All right. Looking forward to it. Sounds good. Thanks.
Thanks, Pat. So just a little update. NAC, Fegley, I'm looking at just about 30 shy of 200 for the senior, and the North American, for those that aren't watching the live because they're like waiting to see if the numbers go up, they're going to be nervous because we're under 10 spots left for the NAC before it sells out. Now, keep in mind, like if you don't get in right away, there will be some cancellations. Like, don't worry. So if you're registering tonight,
You're gonna be okay.
You'll be okay. We'll just put it that way. But it'll be a lot of fun. And so what are you most looking forward to at NAC?
So I just had a really good conversation with Timmy. I was like, I'm not going to play in this one this year. So I was like, I'm just going to enjoy being able to have some fun and, offer some water, fly the drone, just
Right.
enjoy the camaraderie of the big event and, enjoy watching folks, hopefully play well. We all want to be the guy or gal that plays well, but, just to enjoy the competition and enjoy the event. Again, both these golf courses are, where the finals are. They're so good. They're so fun. It'll be a good test, and it'll be a good event just to see how everybody does. And
you guys out east that haven't been out west to play, this is the year to go west. We could pause the number one golf course in Arizona, which means Saguaro is rated higher than both courses at Troon, both courses at TPC, both courses at Greyhawk. I'm not hating on Greyhawk at all because I love the Raptor course for the senior. Hosted a PGA Tour event. I will say this unequivocally after being out there, this is the best collection of courses golf-wise we've ever hosted for the NAC, including Pinehurst. I love Miner in the chat. He goes, "No wine?" I said, "Miner, I'm literally sitting in the breakfast nook at a Fairfield Inn." So yes, you are correct. There is no wine. I do love me some wine, but not enough to drink it out of a styrofoam cup.
That's right.
Although Fegley, we have done that before in the lobby of a Fairfield Inn.
Was it a styrofoam or was it the paper? Whatever.
It wasn't great. Whatever it was.
No.
So,
but hey,
our friends at some of the vineyards would certainly make fun of us.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. Rich wants to know I can't make it to the NAC. Rich, you better be at the NAC this year. It's in your freaking hometown, dog.
Wait,
but
what?
we'll do some live streaming coverage. We'll make sure to keep the social media updated. Don't worry, especially if we got Fegley running around. Who knows what me and Fegley are going to do if we can run around for 3 days and shoot content. We're going to have some fun there.
We can have the the scene in Happy Gilmore where he's going through his anger management. We can find the guys that we know are hot-headed and just sit there and be like, is he going to do it? Oh, no club slamming. Everyone's on their best behavior,
Right.
It's
quite interesting.
Random stuff.
Quite interesting.
Oh,
A few more coming in for the senior. I do think there's a little bit of a delay going on here.
Oh, dude, it's going to happen,
Yeah,
it's all good.
It's okay.
But it'll be fun, It's a great venue. I've said it 7 times. Being able just to hang out with everybody. Again, the championships, all the points races coming down to that. Watching the final, our first run at the major Flight Flex thing that we've instituted this year, seeing how that pans itself out. That's going to be an exciting thing. Again, we've got, we're in that final 6-week stretch where a lot of the rules that we've put in place and a lot of the policies are tested, and we're having some very good conversations in the background. But again, it's all about, making sure the competitive balance does stay intact while giving folks opportunities to finish their journey. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's important, as we talk about some of that, and we're going to get into some of the competition etiquette things. But one of the huge staples that makes APT what it is the camaraderie aspect, and so,
Yep.
and part of it's just understanding. Like, we had a guy in St. Louis, uh, two of the last three events, not the same guy, but somebody that's went pretty low in the net game, that shot, we had a 76 in D4 from a guy that's literally played 220 tournament rounds with us and literally has played every event I've put on in St. Louis since 2018 and like rarely breaks like 86. You know what I mean? And he puts up
Yep.
a 76, and you just have to shake your hand, man. Like, it's like
Yeah.
one of those. And another guy gets his first win. He's played 110 tournament rounds, and then never below a 15 differential, and he puts up like a 6. Congratulations, man. Way to finish off your first win.
Exactly.
And I think that's really important. Part of the difference of that, I think that's important to let people know is, we believe in this concept is called validation, right? And so, when we started out, one of the mistakes we made, but we did like every one of our competitors did, is when somebody shoots a crazy low round, you DQ them, no matter how well you know them or how well you don't know them. We're looking at things different. We're not a series of one golf tournament. We're a series of multiple golf tournaments in a season. That's why we're looking at it different. The more you play, the more you're protected. You know what I mean? Once you're validated, you're not going to get DQ'd for any single score. Which, by the way, if you guys want to know why we have a 6-round requirement in the season, it's when you get to the NAC, as long as you reach that 6-round requirement. And so if Fegley reaches out to you and tells you need to do something, don't say you're going to do it, not do it, and then try to sneak in and do something, because that's really the only way you're going to get DQ'd. Not that that's ever happened before. Correct. But we'll be reaching out to you guys about that if there's an issue. But the biggest thing is when you get there, we've taken the time to vet the field. I can tell you that, the average between the pre-staff handicap call and the handicap call with the rest of the committee and all the players, the combined total of that is 4 to 5 hours a week right now. And so just going through to make sure, and the reason all that work's going in is to make sure when you show up to NAC in your division, go play. You know what I mean? And we're making sure that we've done all the vetting ahead of time and working really, really hard, and to make it fun. And honestly, I'll put our results in the last, 4 or 5 NACs up against anybody, as far as a competitive balance. But we talked a little bit about that. And we did a rules segment. I think it's a good time to go to that. And then we'll be back. Yeah. We actually pre-recorded a rules segment earlier this week, really talking about competitive balance and competitive etiquette.
Yeah.
So how to deal with situations when rules, things arise. It really comes to the heart of how do you maintain the community that is really so important as a pillar to what makes APT special. How do you deal when those situations come up? And so we got a quick message from a sponsor, and then we'll play that segment, and then we'll still be live here to answer any questions you have. We'll update you on where NAC is. And so, Chris, go ahead and roll that. We'll be back here in a few minutes.
Get there.
Get there.
Get there.
Get there. Those 2 words are said by golfers all over the world as a sign of respect, a whisper of encouragement, a roar of support. It's what we say to our competitors, our loved ones, our heroes. It's what we say to ourselves.
Get there.
At Worldwide Golf, we're like you. We strive to improve our game, to elevate our standards, and transcend our limits. Our commitment is to the journey, to the tradition, and to the spirit of golf that unites us all. Since 1963, Worldwide Golf has been there to supply golfers with the equipment and apparel they need to drive their journeys forward. With over 100 retail locations spread across 10 retail brands and the best golf e-commerce websites, we have exactly what every golfer needs for however they choose to play. All of this done to help golfers who want to be their best get there. We are golfers, and we're here for golfers. We built a brand around evolving the game
You're
and
gonna
having what
break
you
it.
need to play your way.
Kinda nice.
It shows in every product we offer and every experience we provide. Our goal is singular, to help you get there. Though the game may change, our mission remains. To stand beside you, to grow with you, to celebrate every victory and learn from every shot. Worldwide Golf. Get there.
Well, hey, Fegley, we'll just jump right in. Our little pre-recorded segment for the Thursday Night 9. So if we're wearing different clothes, we didn't change during commercial break.
No,
Did not.
we're not
This
that
is-
cool.
This is pre-recorded, so if you make fun of us on the live right now, we're watching, but we won't respond during this piece because it's pre-recorded. Just so everybody knows, we're being transparent.
Exactly.
But this one's about something that's came up a lot in the members group. We get a lot of calls fielded to the competition committee, and we're going to call it competitive etiquette. Discuss a little bit. I know it all blew up with the Bryson DeChambeau ruling. You know, PJ Tour players are on both sides looking through it. You know, I know you've taken the USGA rules class. I've taken it. It was pretty clear for us what happened. Really
Yes.
actually wasn't a debate. I'm shocked that some PGA Tour players are trying to defend the action. Like, it's crazy to me. But we can get into that a little bit. But I want to start with story. Of course, no names. And this is one thing that comes up. And I want to get your feedback on this. But a member pulled me aside yesterday.
Hey, and to be transparent, this is the first time I'm hearing this story. So
Correct. And so I had and I've been traveling all over the country, right? So I haven't been in a St. Louis event, and I think I missed like 4 events being at other national stuff. And so I got a call on this one though a few weeks ago and got the facts, made the ruling according to, you know, the rules that apply to the facts, and have a member pull me aside because I just wanted to know you really got that ruling wrong a couple weeks ago. And I said, oh. And I said, well, that's interesting because, you know, here are the facts that presented. He goes, well, those aren't the facts. And I said, well, what are the facts? And so he gave me the facts, and they were different. And he's not wrong by any stretch of the imagination. But in the whole thing is, well, I didn't want to be that guy. And so I was like, so wait, so you're in the discussion with Chris when the phone call was made. You were there when we were gathering the facts. You were okay with the facts as presented. You signed the scorecard. And then 2 weeks later complained that I got the ruling wrong.
oh, geez.
You know what I mean? But at the same point, like, I understand, like, nothing's more infuriating as a rules committee. I know you and I have this conversation at least a couple of times a month, right?
Yes.
And so I think it's, and this is kind of really gets to the crux of why you made the post in the members group and dealing with it and understanding everything. And so I guess from your perspective, looking at that, everybody wants to know, I feel like, how do I handle, you know, a rules situation on the golf course?
Right.
What's the appropriate way to, because community is a big thing
Mm-hmm.
on the APT. Nobody wants to ruin that, but tensions also get really high sometimes. And so how do you handle it in a way that you can be proud of at the end of the day, that's going to build relationships instead of tear it down?
Right. And that was the point of like getting into those questions and why I was kind of snarky about like, I don't want to talk about the specifics of the Bryson situation, because that's not what we need to be talking about. We need to be talking about how we should act, what we should feel.
Which by the way, how Bryson acted in front of those rules officials was not the example that we're trying to set.
No.
If there's anything taking out of that, I mean, the ruling, we can get into the ruling at some point because people want to know about the ruling. But more than anything, how he reacted, not only on the golf course in front of the rules officials, but then on social media, did not do anything to further the game of golf.
Right. And that was the whole thing. Like you and I, we had a very heartfelt situation back at Caledonia, and that particular gentleman handled himself about as well as you could, which was, I'm going to walk away for a minute so I don't say anything dumb and I don't do anything that I'm not going to be happy about later. say some things in the parking lot.
Yeah, honestly, dude, I wish we could have. I
Dude.
wish we could have videoed that situation and
Right.
just played it for everybody on the live tonight. But I'll be honest, from how that situation was handled, not only from the gentleman who was disqualified for
Mhm.
breaking the rule, but the guy who was eventually the winner that was in the
Mhm.
same group when it happened, the guy that told him to do it, and then the other guy that didn't stop him. The champion was on the other side of the green. He didn't know what was going on.
Right.
You know what I mean? The other two were like, yeah, I think this is what you're supposed to do. And nobody stopped him. Nobody played two balls. Like, just how they all interacted in relationship is a perfect example of how this should work. And I'll be honest,
Right.
when this gentleman was, leading on day 3 of, the Players Championship at PGA National, like, very rarely am I like rooting for somebody,
Rooting.
but I was 100% rooting for him to get some redemption, and it was
Exactly.
awesome to watch him get it done. But yeah, man, what from your perspective, I know you've played a ton of amateur golf,
Mhm.
and just I want to address this as well because so many people are like, "Oh, it's just an amateur tour thing." Like, no, I dealt with this in U.S. Open qualifiers. I dealt with this in mini tour events. Dealt with this in college golf. Dealt with this in state opens with pros. And honestly, the PGA Tour, if anything, you should have learned from this Bryson DeChambeau rules situation is that half the PGA Tour pros don't know the rules either, because
Right.
some of the arguments they were making were very dumb.
Yes, and that's what's funny is because that was another thing that was going around in the circles was like, well, they're professionals, they should know, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, no, the
They
majority
should.
they should.
100% they should.
But-
If you're going to make your living playing golf, you should be required to know the basics.
know
And
it.
Rule 8.1 is as basic as
As
it
they
gets.
come.
It's really the foundational. It's one of the foundational principles of the rules. But anyways,
Exactly.
you
no,
run into a rule situation, Fegley.
Yeah.
On the golf
So,
course. How are you handling it?
And then so a lot of the comments in the group was right, which Keith started it off. Remember, it's gentleman's game. A couple other folks, I think Ed Pavese said personal respect. I'm going through my notes here. Those were the two that kind of stuck out, where it was like nobody desires, at least theoretically, in theory, right? Nobody wants to be in this situation. I don't want to be the guy sitting there going, I think what you did there was wrong. You don't want to be the player that wants to be doing something incorrectly. So in all those situations, you just have to, keep a level head, keep your composure, be the Ted Lasso, right? Be curious. Well, what can I do? Like, I was in a situation,
Right.
I was playing a 4-ball event, interclub this past week. And the one younger guy, actually goes, all right, guys, come over here. What are my options? Right. And I just smiled because after everything went down after the round, I was like, dude, I talk about rules a lot and stuff. And that's one of the best questions to ask. Not what can I do? It's what are my options? Because if somebody knows the rules or has a rules background, they're going to be the first one that'll be like, I can't give you advice. Can't tell you what to do.
However,
I can help you. I can help you
can
understand what you can do.
Yeah, but hold on. You said something important there. I want to clarify that for everybody because we ran into this the other day. Like, I had a guy ask me Monday if changing his shirt was changing his equipment. So there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, which, by the way, your equipment is your 14 clubs. That's it.
Yes.
So, just throwing that out there. But in this situation, advice is not saying if you're in a red penalty area, you have, 4 relief options. You can play the balls at lies. You can go back online. You can take 2 club lengths, or you can take, stroke and distance. Those are your options. That's not advice. Advice is saying, hey, you really need to take 2 club lengths here. That's advice. Not advice with saying, hey, you crossed at this point. this is your relief point. That's not advice. That's
No.
just helping out. And so just to piggyback on what you said that I think is important that I've learned over the years is number one, you always approach it from the, hey, I want to get this right.
Mhm.
So even if you know the rule, and one of the biggest problems that we run into, and it's not just on our tour, it's on every tour,
Never.
is you
It's
have people that think they know the rules. Like the thing that drives me crazy is when people are commenting on our rules things and they're quoting what ChatGPT said back. Like ChatGPT is wrong
Yes.
50% of the time, at
Yes.
least. So
Yes.
it's understanding, I have an advanced rules certification. And if I think you violated a rule, I'm going to go in and say, look, I don't have the rule book in front of me. I think this is what it is. So can we please play 2 balls to make sure we do it the right way and protect the field? If somebody refuses to do it, I say, okay, and then the second thing is, I understand you feel that way, but just know that I'm going to say something at scoring. And so I really, just to protect you, please just take a second and play 2 balls. And then they say no, I drop it. I've given them every opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And then at scoring, I said, hey, we had an issue on this hole. Here's what happened. I asked him to play 2 balls. He said no. I pleaded with him to play 2 balls. He said no again. And so here we are because we want to get it right. And at that point, it becomes harder on the chapter owner running the tournament, which we're okay with. I'm probably getting a call in that situation if I'm not at the event, which is fine, or you're getting a call. And we'll be happy to deal with it and educate it. But at the end of the day, like, the requirement isn't, do I know the rules? That's not what we're asking. The problem is do I respect the rules? There's a complete difference in wanting to get it right. And the other thing we should talk about a little bit, Matt, that I think is important is a lot of people, I still hear this all the time. They're like, oh, you play triple bogey max just because of pace of play, blah, blah, blah. No, we play triple bogey max. It's actually called maximum score in the rules, rule 21.2, if you want to read about it. And what maximum score does is it modifies stroke play. So there's a lot of things, especially when you're beginning and learning to play tournament golf, which typically are division 3 through 5. It fosters that environment. It's intentional. Not only to make it where you feel like, oh, I don't want to play tournament golf because I might make a 20 and embarrass myself. You're not going to do that because you have triple bogey max. But it also allows us to teach when the rules are wrong, because rules that aren't incessantly considered cheating, just get the maximum score instead of a DQ that you can get if you go to a U.S. Open qualifier and you hit from the wrong place and you don't correct it, your day's done.
Yeah.
And maximum score, you get a triple and you get a learning lesson and you get to go to the next hole.
Yes. Shooting a 65 in a U.S. Open qualifier and then recognizing that you didn't fix that would kind of hurt. But
I mean, I was just looking back. I was looking back at my notes, man. In 2013, I was playing the U.S. Open local qualifier at Illini. I lost in a playoff that year to get out. But on the 15th hole, I had to notify the guy I was playing with. It was 4 under at the time, that he did something incorrectly, and it wasn't something that he even really could correct.
Oh, God.
And the rules official came in and DQ'd him over it.
Oof.
And I felt terrible because he would have got out. Well, I was in a playoff at like 1 under. So he was 3 shots inside the cut line.
Right.
3 holes to play.
Then the guy that beat you in the playoff
played on the PGA Tour for 15 years.
Well, but he also legitimately got through because of that.
100%. And a journeyman trying to make his way back, and the protecting the field's a real thing. I think that's one of the things. Like we always go, I don't want to be that guy, and you don't have to be that guy.
Right.
You just have to understand that part of the role of being someone's marker is to keep them honest. And you also have to understand that 99% of the rules violations you see aren't intentional.
No. And that was the whole thing. It's like, well, I didn't mean to. Well, I didn't mean to touch my golf ball when I was addressing it. Doesn't matter. At that point, it's done.
Correct. And it is what it is. And but the other thing is, use the scoring area, even when it comes to something and it's the same thing, you know what I mean? You're not sure.
Yes.
When your group comes to scoring, ask for a clarification. And if it's something complicated, like one of the things that's unique about our tour in the amateur tour space is that we have USJ certified rules officials on call all the time.
Yep.
And if, and you're looking at them right here, and, if we can't answer it, we have people that we can call and text that are experts and that will absolutely get rulings. And we've had some crazy ones this year, that we've been able to get really good guidance on. And it's just good to know. I mean, part of it once again, like so many people are nervous. Like, I don't know the rules. I'm nervous about doing it. You don't have to know every rule to start, but what you do have to do is respect the rules and want to learn over time, because what makes golf unique and special is it's self-governed. Yeah. We call penalties on ourselves. There's an integrity aspect of this game. Golf isn't about basketball when it goes off and you're not sure which person it touched last and everybody lobbies their case to the ref and then the fans boo the ref when they think it's wrong. Golf is unique because it's the only sport that's not governed like that. And it's a really cool thing, and it's something to respect. It's something that I know you and I both love about the game, and why we've worked really hard to talk about all this stuff. It'd be much easier to just ignore and pretend like it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But instead we're, out here talking about it and continuing to teach and answer a million questions. And we love doing it because, we love the game. We love how it's played. We love the fabric behind it and want to protect that and grow the game over time.
Yeah. And you brought up the big thing about, especially with maximum score, right? Is guys have come in and they'll be like, well, I made triple with both balls, so it doesn't matter. Right.
Yeah.
Well,
it does matter.
If we don't talk about it, how's anybody, it's the whole thing. It's like, well, I still passed my class, but I really wanted to know what the answer to the test, to that question was. Well, just ask the question.
Right.
Because then when it happens again, from two phases, right? When it happens again, very similar, you could then possibly be the expert and go, no, had this situation 6 months ago. This is how you play it out. Feel free to play two balls, but this is how it played out there.
Well, that's
whatever it happens to be, because then it can help save time too.
And that's the thing too, is you build a culture, right? Is that one ruling you get, the three people in the group are now in 4 different groups the next week out.
Yep.
And then they're talking about that situation, and the 3 people in that group may learn the rule because you say, no, look, I went to scoring. They showed it to me in the rule book. Here's where it is. I didn't understand it, but here, and we go. And then those 3 people, well, now you're in, you're touching the whole field really quick. And so it's really just important as we create that culture, when something comes up, to talk about it. We're not going to shame you for not knowing the rules. That's not it. I'll shame you for being the guy that causes somebody to have a penalty because you don't know the rules and you won't listen to anybody else. I will shame you for that, but I'm not going to shame the person that's just trying to grow. And so, as we get back to it, I think this is a good discussion. We'll continue to have it a lot on the live. We'll have some players on and some guests. But we're going to turn it back to the live program tonight. North American Championship registration opening for everyone. And so stay tuned for this message from 2 Under, and we'll be right back.
2 Under. Quality fabrics, no roll waistband, Joey pouch, elevate and separate, no chafing. What more could you ask for?
And we're back. We're back.
There we go.
Look at you.
It's always fun to watch yourself on video.
We should have recorded on the other side of the screen just to mess with everybody.
Like, they changed outfits and positions in the.
I know, and I got headphones. I was in Illinois and we shot that. Now I'm in Jasper, Indiana. We're having fun. I can tell you, if you've registered for the North American Championship or the Senior North American Championship tonight, you're still good. But I'll tell you, if you're watching the recording of this, you may not be. So we will start a wait list. There will be some cancellations.
Mm-hmm.
But
no, I like the I like the whole thing. I mean, again, it's always fun because when we get talking about stuff, we always kind of go tangents a little bit. But the key is one of the keys that always remember about golf is the point of the game, right? Play the course as you find it, play the ball as it lies. Anytime you
Yes.
deviate from those things, make sure you know what you're doing,
Bryson.
right? Like,
Just saying. Like, it wasn't even close. That's the crazy thing. Like, I
No.
appreciate the guys like, well, Bryson's a stand-up guy. I'm sure it was an accident. Like, I can deal with all that. Like, I'm good with that.
yeah,
Agree or not, we can talk about it. But, like, the fact that a rule was violated was just really, really, it was just really, really bad.
right.
It's just really bad.
It's-
So,
You know,
like,
move
the
on
fact
it.
that it took the RNA long enough to assess the penalty and withhold pairings and
all that.
you know all that just kind of shocked me, because from a Rule 8.1 perspective, which I think is important to talk about since we're talking about rules, right? Like you said, you know, play the ball as it lies and play the course you find it. And so
Mhm.
there are protected areas, and this is one of the things that came with the members group, and everybody's debating about this ruling. Well, you have a right to stand behind the ball. No, you don't. You know what I mean? You have a right to do pretty much anything that doesn't interfere with the rules in golf.
Right.
But there are protected areas that you cannot change. You know what I mean? And that's areas on the golf course that affect your the lie of the ball, your stance, your swing, which your swing, by the way, is your backswing, impact, and your forward swing. The area of intended, was it ball flight,
Yeah.
essentially. Yeah.
Yep.
And then where you, and the fifth one, now I remember, and where in your relief area where you're going to drop. Those areas are all protected. You're limited in what you're able to do. And so where Bryson got in trouble, for any of those that weren't, I just don't understand when he got in trouble. He got in trouble when he used taking his stance to move, bend, or break things that were blocking his swing path. And so when you're allowed to take your stance, because people always say that, well, you're fairly allowed to take your stance. 100% agree, but fairly taking your stance means you have to use the least intrusive way possible.
Mhm.
And the big stomp that he threw in was not
No.
the least intrusive way possible.
No.
So there you
And
go.
that's part of it, right? It's like, that's why, you know, listen, anytime you hit it over into the stuff, you're already irritated because you're like, great, what am I dealing with? But you do have to be a little bit respectful about making sure you know where you're going, what you're doing, how you're handling it around the area, right? You know, it's like areas underneath trees, you know, when you're in that weird situation about the bush, you know, or whatever, where you're trying to get a stance, that's where you just need to be careful when you're negotiating a way to take a stance and attempt a swing, you know, attempt a stroke at the ball. You know, you just need to be cognizant of it and be aware of all your surroundings and what's going on. So
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, Jensen brings up a good point, man.
don't hit it there.
Don't hit. So do have to give a little shout out to Wichita this year.
Yes.
Matt's our new chapter in Wichita. They're absolutely killing it out there
Mhm.
in Kansas, in the plains of Kansas. And so we're excited to have him on board. I like Yuki's comment too, if he's wearing swim fins. It's very possible. Just saying. It could work. But yeah, man, how about the showing out west? NAC's down to 2 spots.
Great. It's great.
Those guys out west, I'm pretty excited about that. I still remember. It's one of those, like, I'm not a vindictive guy by any stretch of the imagination, but I was gifted with a photographic memory. And so I still remember a couple of years ago in the members group when we announced we're going back to Myrtle Beach the second straight year. They're like, you're never going to go west, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
I almost posted that in the members group today. I almost went back and found the whole post, the whole thread, and shared it to start again so we could just laugh about it.
Yep.
But, man, we're excited to be in Phoenix. It's going to be a great time. We could pause the #1 golf course in Arizona.
So good.
The Saguaro course. Choi is number 6. Papago's fantastic. Arizona State's home golf course, Division 1 and 5 will be there. Division 2 is at Lookout Mountain on Friday. One of the most scenic golf courses in the Phoenix area. Beautiful
Yeah.
resort there. Some of the best holes. Aguila for D3 is really my
Really
it's
good.
my sneaker. It's so good. I love that golf course. When I see that on Rich's schedule, I try to find a way to get down there to play that place. It's city owned like Papago, so it's a muni, but it is really, really good. It's scoreable. And so, we're going to see first round leader in D3. I'm going to tell you right now, it's probably going to be 76, 77. Somebody's going to put a number together there.
Somebody's going to do it, and then the text will come in.
Yep, absolutely. So we might just set you up there as scoring. You can work the line there. There'll be some low scores there, and then for Division 4 at Las Sendas, I'm going to go the opposite. Not going to be a ton of low scores there at Las Sendas. That's a really tough golf course, but what a great spot. And then the weekend at Weekapaw is going to be fantastic. We've got the Champions Dinner Friday night for the NAC champions, the senior NHE champions, and the National Players of the Year. That's going to be great on Friday. Universal Retirement 19th hole on Saturday, doing stuff with the awards on Sunday. Mm-hmm. And then the senior, I'll be honest, the one we haven't spent a ton of time talking about. Everybody knows Greyhawk. The Raptor hosted the Barstool Classic last year, the NCAA championships, the PGA Tour, Fries.com Open. I mean, it doesn't need an intro. It's one of the best championship golf courses in the country. Fantastic place, but it's paired with Eagle Mountain, which is one of my favorite places to play in Arizona. I mean, Rich and I both call it Baby Troon. It's a Troon managed property. It's very similar to Troon North. Tons of really, really good views, and it's a fun golf course to play. So some big downhill par fives you can really score on. Some just really good short little par fours that are really fun, and it's just going to be a great test. Great championship season in September. We're super excited for being out west. It's just going to be fun.
Yep. Weather, it's going to be warm. It's okay, though. September.
Yeah, it's not going to be as warm as it was in Missouri this weekend. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
because it wasn't warm. It was warm and humid.
Yes. Yes. We had the joke on the call last night with a couple of the St. Louis folks was like, yeah, it was hot this weekend.
It was not a ton of fun. Yep. Just saying. But we got it in. It made it work. So
exactly.
All right, got any questions coming in? Anybody want to know anything? We got to talk about the Skins game on Thursday.
Oh, yes.
Optional Skins game on Thursday. You can register for. We're going to have some fun. We got tee times at both Cholla and Saguaro. So feel free to jump in starting about noon on Thursday. So to get done, go straight to registration. Those are open now. Chris, if you want to post the register links, I don't know if anybody's seen those yet.
Is it split by divisions, or is it just where everybody signs up and rolls with it?
Where everybody signs up, go have fun.
Got it.
I might actually go play in those. I had a few people playing Saguaro already. So the New Jersey, Central Pennsylvania boys are playing there. So, Mackie wants to know about lodging. We should have invited her so she can talk about it.
I know.
That would have been more fun. So maybe she'll volunteer to come on the live
next week.
So
we get the itinerary or something.
All gross. It'll be divisional Skins game or combined divisions between depending on what division signups are. But we'll have some super skins in there. It'll just be a good time.
Yeah, that is the interesting here. I'm going to do something fun. What do we got?
We may do some fun format in there. We'll have some side games going. It'll be a good time. So, just so you know, skins are in addition to, we literally just took the greens fee plus tax to cover the credit card fees that we have to pay in getting you signed up. That's all it is. And then the skins are optional on top of that. So we cannot include skins. Just before somebody sends us an email, USJ rules, we cannot include skins in the entry fee. They're not mandatory. You can sign up and say, I'm not playing the skins. I just want to play the golf course. We're completely fine with that.
Yep.
So
that's the big thing. It needs to be optional. One thing that I did want to look up so far, like I said, we're still waiting on the final approvals on everybody. But before we get into that, we got 29 in D1, 75 in D2, 101 in D3, 71 in D4, and 47 in D5. So that's what it looks like with the outstanding. What do we have?
Hold on. How many you got? I'll go look at the outstandings. Hold on. Yeah. So So at Div 2, how many did you have?
Div 2 for the contest. Wrong button.
We're doing
There
this
we go.
live right here.
I know it's always fun to do that live. So D1 we got 29.
Okay. Still have 29.
Okay. D2 we got 75.
So you got 81.
Okay. D3 we got 101.
You have 114.
Okay. D4 we got 71.
You got 80.
Okay. And D5 we got 47.
53.
Okay. So there you go. It's assuming that everybody's on the up and up that's signed up.
Correct. I mean, it will change a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
it'll be fun. Brain will still be a long drive event. We're working on it. We're gonna have some fun things going on at this time around. So definitely stay tuned. We got more things up our sleeve coming to Phoenix this year. So hopefully everybody's in early. We'll have some good times. It'll be a good time. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
It's the NAC
how's it not a good time?
at the number one golf course in Arizona.
Yep.
Can I say that we're not playing Dolphin Head? No offense to Dolphin Head.
Hey, I actually like that place.
Well, I actually do like Dolphin Head too. I'm not.
I'm
gonna
like
hate
of
on
all the ones. I'm like of all the ones.
I did like Dolphin Head. The one I can't do is Bear Creek. That's the worst
Oh.
golf course in America by far. 200 yards straight out, left turn, 200 yards in, out of bounds on both sides. Next hole, 200 yards straight out, right turn, 200 yards in, out of bounds on both sides.
Arthur Hills gets my dandy.
Oh, I like the one with the square greens. That's my favorite.
Arthur, yes.
It's so good. Like, give me a cad. Like, let's make this not natural at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, they did it back in the day, man.
I'm telling you though, the best golf we've ever had in a championship. Reunion was fantastic last year.
Mhm.
What a great venue. Reunion's got 3 great championship courses. I'm not knocking that place at all. That place was awesome.
No.
You know, you had a Palmer, Fazio, Nicholas, great facilities, great food. You know, everything was perfect about Reunion. Love that place. We had great golf with True Blue in Caledonia and Myrtle Beach. Legends is really good. You know, we were north the year before. Some great places. Nashville had some great golf at Hermitage and Pinehurst. Obviously, I'm just telling you, I would pick the golf at Weekapaw over the golf at Pinehurst any day of the week.
Oof. It's good. I'll take a Core Crenshaw. That's all I'm gonna say.
So
They're both now. Well, soon to be. So it's all good.
cool.
Uh,
Sounds
that-
good.
that is-
Chris also wants me to throw the disclaimer that the Skins games on Thursday are non-points events. Nobody's changing their point standings the day before the championship starts. So
Oh,
there you go. I
and
love
Black-
Chris Hughey's comment. I just got to put this on the screen.
okay.
He's not wrong.
Well, I'm gonna be there one day, baby. Hopefully, still able to.
I know, right?
But I'll be happy.
So-
I'll be happy hitting at 185 at 88, 85 years old. Come on, let's go.
So
Oh,
I mean, the worst part is every time I played there, I was young and dumb, and so I'm like, I could hit a 240 over the corner into a 15-yard area. 93.
Yep.
Great, good start.
oh.
So Mackenzie wants me to talk about lodging. So keep asking if she's going to be joining. Let me see if I can pull up the information. Once again, like, I don't always have all the information.
This is a good point. John Blackburn asked about points, and it's like, yeah, we should. The matrix got to get done or double checked. So,
Yeah, we will have the points, so it will be out beforehand.
Yep.
Do.
It'll be interesting to see. Wow, that'll be fun to start running some scenarios and be like, well, if you finish first and his guy, the leader finishes last, what's it look like? You know, drive yourself batty watching the leaderboard.
Correct. Hey, I'm trying to figure this out here. Hold on a second. People are asking me questions.
Man, this is great. We're getting support. It's popping in. Lodging information.
I know. I'm working on it, guys. I got a lot. They even make me log into this stuff. It's maddening.
Oh,
I don't remember the password.
we can't say it. You know.
So it's 45 days to the event, 24 days to the cutoff. Still 16% available. That's cool.
Hey, there we go.
They just added rooms.
Sweet.
So so it looks like Deluxe Kings from $179 a night, Deluxe Queens from $199 a night. So
It's not bad.
the rate changes a little bit throughout the deal. So
I'm
There
getting
you go.
blowed up. Sorry. I'm dying at the emails coming in right now. I'm like, jeez. Oh.
So there you go. But Weekapaw, if you like casinos, you like that whole deal. See, Mackey's on top of it. The rental car, apes and
yeah?
budget, you do get a nice discount. Those work really well, especially in Phoenix. Phoenix is great, by the way, if you're flying in now with the rental car train.
Yes.
Big fan.
We discussed
Josh
that.
says, I'll book once I'm approved. You will be if you've signed up by now and you've played 6 rounds, you are good to go.
Yes. If you haven't played 6 rounds, you're going to get an email from me that's going to say, "Are you committed?" And then
To
we'll
getting your 6 rounds in.
And then again, another
So there you
reminder:
go.
those of you that have received your emails already, if something changes in your plans, it's like
Let
the
us
old
know.
thing. Don't beg for forgiveness. It's the exact opposite. Tell me ahead of time so I'm not irritated.
Right.
Because we'll work with you. Again, a lot of guys, even though, we'll work with you. Just be up front.
Right. 100%.
So,
So, and Mackey's posting all kinds of things. We do need to
Man,
talk about the
seriously.
Strap-A-Line green books. So check your email. We send an email to everybody today. Those things are awesome.
oh,
You want a
dude, they're
good
great.
yardage book. APT members save 20%. You can click the link right there. She put out a link to every golf course.
Oh,
So you can get
nice.
those going.
Dude, those things are
They're great.
great. I was
They're
going
really
to grab
good.
my fancy yardage book that I have, but it's somewhere.
So excited about the partnership with them. They've actually been great. They've got a software. I'm
Oh, yeah,
just
the
waiting
stuff
for
for
mine.
Christians.
I'm waiting for minors content, but as we're planning for tees now, especially for these big national events,
Yeah.
we can actually run yardages and carries before we get there. Use different pieces of the box, measure how far stuff is apart. And it's really helped us to really hone in on course setups and all of that. So it'll be fun. And just so you know, reach out, guys. If you have questions on travel, things to do in the area, reach out to Mackie. Mackie's besides being our marketing guru, she's our resident travel agent as well. So
Right.
if you need help on all that stuff, she can do that. We're going to have some really exciting things rolling out for 2027. So stay tuned. There'll be some good announcements at the NAC. So it's going to be fun. We'll let things go. Probably another 7 days. We'll announce the fall majors.
Yeah, we need
we're
to get
gonna
at
be-
least
There's going to be
couple of
4 this year, and I'll tell
Yes.
you, we got 2 coming back by popular demand, and 2 really really good new ones. So make sure you're planning some time off for November and December because we're going to have some fun.
thanks to some decisions made by
Mackie just said that she's the travel czar. That's pretty funny.
hey, there you go. She's got a bucket hat too. There we go. So it's going to be a really, really exciting winter season. You and I have already talked about some things. I'm already looking at some plans. So
Next year's major schedule is going to be pretty fun.
I
Just
like
saying.
it. It's going to be some new stuff. Going to be some stuff coming back. Going to be some stuff in different parts of the world. Well, country at least. We're not to the world yet. Jody's pondering.
Right.
Had a nice couple days with him a couple weeks ago, and looking forward to some adventures. So
Right. So easier than asking me if I can carry the water.
hey, that's validation.
That's actually I wasn't sure what that smart aleck comment was, and then I realized I actually asked him that during a practice round a couple years
Actually
ago.
picked up the phone and called him. Like, hey,
Right.
you've played this place, right? Yeah. We're thinking about over here. Is that good enough? Oh yeah, I can carry that. Okay, cool. That's all we need.
trying to be
wanted
nice.
we wanted the official word that it was going to be okay. Because
pretty
again,
funny.
we were sitting there looking at it. We were lasering it. We were pulling up.
There's
the GPS,
always some
we were
just
like,
goofy holes, man.
yeah.
Like that's one of them. Was it 15 Palmer, 13 Palmer, something like that? I know it's on
Yep.
Palmer. Reunion.
I mean-
what a great venue Reunion was. I can't wait to
Yeah.
go back to that place. Their
I know.
staff is great. Their team's great.
Having the ability to go from parking lot to golf course, or one of the houses nearby, where it's just like, oh yeah, I'm here.
Oh, for us, I mean, we had the tower, so like we'd be between different things. Like there were a couple days that like I went up and like took a 30-minute nap because we're up till 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, hey, we got an hour till scoring. I'm gonna go sleep for 30 minutes. It's gonna be great. Let's walk up the tower. But the sign of a good North American Championship venue is when because we're committed to taking it different places around the country, and when you're sad to not rebook it because the staff's so great, the facility was so awesome. That's a sign of a good. That's a sign of a good venue, and so we're excited about that. We're coming with some great momentum off that. I'm really excited about Weekapaw. Just a great facility around the casino with everybody close by. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looks like a ton of people are staying on property, so it'll be a good time.
It'll be the fun thing to see if somebody is on such an immense heater at the blackjack table or at the craps table that they miss their tea time.
Hope not.
Sorry, man, I had to pay for the event.
It's fair.
I can pay for the AC for the next 3 years. I wasn't leaving the table.
Wouldn't be the first time that's happened. So, but awesome. Well, we got a couple minutes for questions if anybody wants. If not, we'll certainly be back next week. I think I'm home next week, so that'll be fun. But
our last comment, Mr. Beck.
Super proud of him this year.
Yes. He's
super proud of him.
He broke the rubber band, but he has had a hell of a year.
Him and Roger Eberline, by the way.
Yeah. We had two guys this week.
Two guys break through the tier 3 flight flex, which frankly, I'll be honest, I didn't really think it was possible.
No.
So, I mean, but just a sign of a great season. John's already shown he's going to be good in D2. I'm excited to see him succeed there. I think that's going to be really rewarding for him. Roger started the year as like a 23 or 24.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's the same thing.
And to hit 17-2, and he called ahead of time. He goes, I don't care what the numbers say after my last round. He goes, I'm going to D4. Like, super proud of him. He's just accomplished everything you could possibly. I honestly think that, some of these guys, John's the same way with where he started. I don't know as well because, he's Roger's a St. Louis guy. So I've watched Roger since 2021, but I'll just say this about these guys that are breaking through these tier 3 flight flexes. Like, to me, that's almost the biggest thing you can accomplish in the year. I mean, these guys need to be super proud of what they've done, because we've literally said it like, hey, we want to, set it where you can get better and not worry about it. And we still have to worry about it because these guys are playing so good. They should be super proud. So hats off to those guys. We're going to celebrate them for a long time to come. They're in a very select club of people that have just done some really awesome stuff. Another one this year that happened early, Cody Quattlebaum. There's another one. Super proud of him.
To go from 5 to 4 to 3 and as quickly as he did, I mean, it was the same thing. He, got good, kept the pedal down, and
right. Buzz wants to say, is it possible the golf courses will change? Actually, no, we guessed right. So we guessed right on things. I'm not sure how much I'd want to be a D3 guy on the wait list with that many people in D3, because we'll probably be filling, we'll have to fill divisions based on spots. But we actually got to the right spot.
Yeah, I was sitting there when we were going over the math numbers. I was like, man, this might work out. We'll see.
I know.
Exactly.
Rich was like, you got to get this stuff out early, and I'm like, that means we got to take a very educated guess.
Yes.
So
You're going to be playing well, and again, the way we had it designed with making the decisions of 3 is going to have its own golf course, like things of that nature. Just a matter of that needed to be the one that was going to have the most space because we knew that would be the most players. So
correct. Well, we're having fun with it, so that's all that matters. But cool.
Yep.
We'll jump into it. Well, nothing else. We'll be back next Thursday. It'll be a good time. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll have some more good rules content. We'll have some more NAC content. Maybe we'll announce the fall schedule next Thursday. What do you think?
You got the contracts done?
Yeah, all contracts.
Everyone.
The ink's not drying on the one out west.
Okay.
It's been agreed to in principle by both courses. Everything's been agreed to. I don't have the DocuSign yet, but everything else is good. Dolphinmire, which course for D3? Aguila. It's south. It's the farthest away from Weekapaw, but worth the drive.
Yep. And we'll have
the room booking is not working. Josh, email Mackie. So we had it working. We will get it taken care of for you. So just shoot her an email, mtoomey@aptgolf.org. Chris will put that in the chat. So you'll have that, but just shoot her an email directly. And when she gets in tomorrow to the office, we'll make sure you're taken care of. So,
and then we'll have more national major champions, man. It's kind of fun.
We'll have some more national and well-deserving national major champions.
Yeah, at that golf course and that facility.
So
yes,
I'm telling you, man, I'll be honest, I'm personally not the biggest Pete Dye guy, which obviously French Lick is Pete Dye's masterpiece. It's wild. The Dye course is definitely an experience you want to go to. It's beautiful. You think Southern Indiana, you think flat, you think corn, you think soybeans.
Southern Indiana, furthest thing.
It's super hilly. Furthest thing from flat. I mean, you feel like you're in the mountains. It's just absolutely breathtaking views up at the Pete Dye course at French Lick. But I'll be honest, man, the sleeper is the Ross. So the Ross course we're playing is hosted. We always talk about the Pete Dye course is hosted. The Korn Ferry Tour finals for the last couple of years and all this stuff. But the Ross course is hosted a PGA Championship won by Walter Hagen. I mean, it's one of the best Donald Ross golf courses in the country. Donald Ross course with their greens and all the undulation changes and the slopes. I mean, it's really, really good. Yep. It's a really special weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. So real quick, Dolphinmire's asking. There you go. Just look at Mackenzie's comment. Weekapaw. Just stay at Weekapaw. It's the best place to stay. Even if you're playing both the Open and the Senior, staying at Weekapaw is easy because it's like 5 minutes down the road from Eagle Mountain. Yep. And then you're going against the grain to get to Greyhawk. All things that are good for everything to go. You're about 20 minutes. Greyhawk and Weekapaw is about 20-minute drive. So if you stay at Weekapaw, you're real close to Eagle Mountain. You got the casino right there. So you're staying for both. I recommend Weekapaw, which means you just got 2 days of driving. If you're staying in both, 2 of the 5 days you're driving, three days you're right there.
Yep.
So, but it'll be a lot of fun. So anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch up with you guys next week with some more information.